Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. It's flipping Friday, baby. The weekend's upon us. You made it. Congratulations. It's time for the weekend, man. Great day yesterday. Thanks, guys. Awesome news. Great gameplay with Pinky and hanging out with everybody doing grounded stuff and a little bit of BattleBit afterwards where I got slaughtered, but it was still fun. So today is more news for today, June 30th, and then we've got more grounded gameplay to grind out. We're trying to grind some progression equipment. So the level 3 hammer, some level 3 gear, roly-poly stuff, I think, some beetle stuff, and then we'll keep pushing the story after that, I think, is the play. So hope everybody's doing well. Let's see what we got going on for the news this morning, video gaming news, and then we'll dive into gameplay after that. Cool? Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Let's do this, man. First of all, this is what we're listening to this morning. A Bullets Per Minute soundtrack. This is an excellent. What's up, Miss Bat? What's going on? How you doing? We got Bullets Per Minute. This game is sick. It's a first-person shooting roguelike rhythm-based game, so that sounds like something up your alley. I highly recommend. It's a lot of fun. It's got a sick art style, and the soundtrack is excellent. So, highly recommend checking out the game and the soundtrack. All right, guys, go ahead and pause that out. Let's get into the news and see what we got. I didn't even get this going yet. There we go. Steam sales up. I already put something into the Discord last night about it because Steam Decks are on sale. Pretty substantial sales on Steam Decks right now, which is great for people. We actually had a talk yesterday with one of our newer community members about thoughts on Steam Deck personally, and I think it's a great thing for people of different, different situations, whether it be trying to get into PC gaming, or even just if you're looking for a dedicated PC gaming device, rather than lugging around a laptop. If you don't need the utility of a laptop and what it provides as a PC as well, if you're just looking for something solely for gaming, I think that you can't really go wrong with a Steam Deck. The ROG Allies out there as well, but they have, I think, both respective pros and cons, depending on what you want. You can get in on the Steam Deck at a lower price point, especially now on the sale right now. But you're not going to get modern hardware either. You're going to get hardware that's about 3 years old, whereas the ROG Ally is brand new. But you're going to pay for that ROG Ally too, $900 to $1,000. And so it just depends. I can talk more about it if anybody's interested, but the Steam Deck is a great device, and having it be on sale right now, I think, is a great time for people to jump in there if you're interested. I'm sure we'll hit on that. We got best summer Steam summer sales right here on the Kotaku as well, so we'll just see what they're listing out. Looks like there's a new Fanatical bundle as well. We'll see what's going on there. GeForce, it looks like they've got some new games coming in July to their subscription service, so we'll take a look at what they've got coming out. How you doing, Miss Bat? What's up? Funny enough, I'm wearing my Joker shirt today. Ooh, Niantic lays off staff, shuts down games. Niantic's rolling out good just woke up word. Me too. I need a lot more coffee. Wow. They're just now rolling out their new game along with Capcom though, right? Niantic and Capcom have the Monster Hunter game coming out, yeah? Yo, what's going on? Are you really having issues, Soup? I'm sorry. What's the dealio? Let's see what's going on here with the Verge. Talking about Niantic. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to PC early and is delayed on PS5. Ooh wee. Just the right side of it? That's still concerning. We've already talked about that. Is this a normal or abnormal thing? Not that either one's necessarily good, but have you experienced this before? I'm not a doctor, man. First and foremost, I'm not a doctor. Now, if you ask my wife, she might disagree, but that's just a doctor of love. You know what I'm saying? Like kind? Oh, okay. Okay. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Do we need to prompt you to get to some medical professionals to get checked out? I don't want you being in trouble here, man. You know. Oh, are you getting bullied, Miss Bat? Twitch Mobile being a bully this morning. That's not good. We got that up. Can't use channel points? Shenanigans. Let me make sure I'm not. I already tested my stuff before I went live, but let me make sure that I'm not having issues too. Yeah, it looks like it's working on my end. Might just be a mobile thing right now for the platform. Could be, could be. Gotta love it. Yeah, okay. Best Buy's doing a buy two get one free Switch game sale, so I'll pull that up for people. Four of Steam's best games are free to download this month. We'll see if this is actually worth. We've been getting a lot of like clickbait stuff out of Steam. They're like, all these great games are free on Steam. It's not the same thing as like, so anytime Epic gives away free games, by the way, let's talk about this real quick. New free games right now on Epic. It's the Dungeon of Nahobek. The Amulet of Chaos. This is free now. As the Hunter Call of the Wild is now no longer free. But this is what is free now on Epic Games. Grime Tinge of Terror will be the next free game starting on July 6th. So go get your free game, okay? Go get your free game on Epic. But we've been getting a lot of, don't get me wrong, free games are free games, and that's good. But there's been a lot of clickbait in the articles for like all these great free games that Steam's giving away, when a lot of them are, I'll be honest, most of them are not games most people are going to want to really dive into if they have other things to play. Occasionally, but it's not the same thing as like Epic's weekly giveaways. Epic, even on the weeks that they give away not fantastic titles, they're still pretty decent across the board. Whereas Steam's started giving away games, but it's like good titles are few and far between, I guess, is the way it's seeming to me. And we get a lot of clickbait titles in the news. You know, it's like 6 great free games on Steam you can pick up now, and 3 of them end up being like prologues that you could always get for free. The other 3 are like games that are rated as like mostly negative reviews and stuff. You know, So look, free games are free games, and there's nothing to scoff at there. But I'm just trying to get to the point of like the clickbait we get from like the Steam free game stuff is a bit weird now. But we'll see what these are. The world's first gaming controller made out of jade? Why? Why? Because some rich person wanted it? That's so stupid. It's got to be expensive, dude. Right? This is where it's at. Microsoft recently launched a controller made of recycled plastic to help save the planet. That's great. We'll read about this, but I don't know. That's kind of asinine. You're going to make a controller. It's not like this is going to be able to be used forever or anything. What are you going to do with it whenever you can't use it anymore? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a collectible, I guess. So there's that. But a controller made out of jade. Weird. Dude, this stuff, it just is not going to stop till this regulator stuff gets completed. The FTC and the UK and everything. PlayStation Plus free games blocked by Xbox. Xbox has had games that have been blocked by Sony. They're at like each other's necks right now in this entire, acquisition process, which the rest of the world has basically approved. The regulatory committees around the world have basically approved it outside of the FTC in the US. And what is it? The UK's council, whatever, I can't remember what their council's called. The UK's council blocked it as well, which isn't as big of a deal really because Activision Blizzard, and it was just like, well, we'll just pull out of your country. Basically gave him an ultimatum. It was like, you can play ball with us or we can just pull out of your country and we'll find another way to get our stuff sold in your country through like a third-party publisher or whatever. It's a weird situation. The FTC is not as easy of a deal, though. I would love to have a developer explain to me why. I just don't. I don't understand. I'm not even gonna. So this article says how GDDR7 is basically RAM, right? So RAM memory. How the next evolution in memory, which is GDDR7, could solve PC gaming's VRAM woes. I don't understand how so many people can be on this topic and be riding this trend of acting like all these PC game release issues are about PC not having enough VRAM. Whenever PCs can have better hardware in them than consoles can. And if a console game performs well, but it doesn't perform well on PC, what that tells me is that that's an optimization issue on the front of the developer. The developer did not do their job in optimizing that game correctly for PC. It's not a VRAM issue. It's an issue of the developer not taking the time. It might boil down to the fact that they tried to port the game over from the console version to PC, which results in some VRAM issues. but there wouldn't be VRAM issues if the developer actually took their time to break that game back down and develop it and optimize it the way it should have been done for the PC platform. That's what drives me crazy. I find it absolutely insane that they keep trying to use this like VRAM scapegoating as a way to, not place the blame on developers whenever so many of these games come out on console that are fine and then on PC they're trash. When consoles are not as powerful as PCs can be. That doesn't make sense at all. It's not even worth diving into because that's just so dumb, dude. Now, if there's actually something that I am missing in this entire process, I would love to have a developer reach out and let me know what that is. But everything that I know about hardware, tech, development, all that stuff, it is that cannot be the case. It cannot be the case that PC games suck on PC when they're fine on console because PCs can't have as much VRAM as consoles do. That's stupid. That doesn't compute. That's not logical. PCs can have better hardware than consoles do. So that just doesn't make any sense. We got the Niantic stuff up. Oh, leak reveals PlayStation game budgets for Horizon Forbidden West. Okay, we'll see what that boiled down to. Yeah, Steam Deck is hugely on sale right now. It's great. We've already got the sale stuff up for the Steam Summer Sale. We'll help everybody find some good sales on there. We've already talked about this. Valve is banning Steam games with AI art. Nice. We already talked about that yesterday as well. Aside from the fact there are like what 6 to 8 other Star Wars games currently in development, it's so gross, dude. I'm sorry, but like there are like 6 to 8 other Star Wars games in development right now. That's not including the ones that just released and everything. It's just so polluted with Star Wars crap. I don't know how anybody can get hyped about any of it, really. Backbone 1 for Android, huh? Look at this thing. Here's what sucks, though. You've seen that? Yeah, I'm gonna. This is only I can already tell one of the things that is potentially brutal about this is what if a game you're playing only plays in a vertical orientation? What then? You just can't use this. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like to me. I'll read about it. This is pretty cool. But like, there are certain games that will only play in a vertical orientation. You know what I mean? On mobile. Then what do? You can't attach this and play with it. Otherwise, you'll be playing like this. You know what I mean? Unless they have an adapter for it or something. We'll read about it. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. But we'll read about it. I hadn't really seen that yet. Xbox Game Pass confirming 6 more games coming day one. Cool. Let's look at our other search real quick. I agree. This is what's funny to me. Like, I'm not gonna dive into this article, but I uh, I find it funny that like, I mean, it's sad, but it's funny at the same time that anytime there's a same sex relationship in any kind of entertainment, so many people lose their minds, and it's just like, whereas I wouldn't have thought anything different about it until somebody makes an issue out of it. To me, it's just characters having a relationship. It's not. It's. I don't see it as like anything other than that. I guess but quite often people turn this into a big ordeal. And I think the thing that's always wild to me is that like instead of people just seeing it as like characters being people and people just loving one another, because naturally people are attracted to one another based off of who you are inherently as an individual. Everybody's a bit different. We all have different things that attract us to different people, and that's okay. you know, people lose their minds whenever it has to do with like same sex relationships or anything like that, and it's so crazy that anytime it's represented in media, it's a whole thing of, well, they're shoving it down my throat, or stuff like that. It's like, Jesus, dude, it's just I mean, God forbid that any other demographic of people other than like heterosexuals be represented in media, right? Because if it was just a heterosexual relationship, nobody would think anything of it, right? But as soon as it's turned into like a same sex relationship, that's when people start losing their minds, which is asinine. It doesn't make any sense. So I think it's fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's actually great that there are more demographics of people being represented in media and entertainment. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that people have such an issue with it. To be honest, it doesn't make any sense to me. And this is coming from a totally heterosexual person. Like, I'm not attracted to same sex. I'm not attracted to dudes. But I also don't have any issue like pointing out whenever that there are like just people in general there are there are a lot of attractive people in the world, regardless of gender or whatever. But I've never felt that way about guys, and but I'm fine with other like men that are attracted to me. It doesn't bother me. I don't understand why so many people have such an issue with it. That's weird to me. Or women that are attracted to women. What? I mean, it's just who they are. Who cares? Like, let them live their best life, man. What's it matter to you? Why? I don't understand why so many people have a such a they want to make it their business. Why? Why do they want to make it their business? I don't understand why people want to make it their business and want to act like, you know. And then I always see the same, stuff as well. Well, it's, they're throwing it in our face because. Wait, what? Could be wrong. I think they take issue because that part is what is advertised for the game, where otherwise relationships advertised, aren't advertised. Oh, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. So no, I think I'd actually disagree with that. Fair. It's like the Horizon Forbidden West stuff, dude. The DLC, it wasn't advertised for that, but people threw a fit about it because you could engage in a same-sex relationship with Alloy. It wasn't even advertised for that DLC. Hold on. So I don't know that I would totally agree with that. I'm not saying that it's not done that way too. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not totally that way either. I mean, I think that I understand where you're coming from, and I think that that's where some people probably see it as well. I don't have it. I've heard people say that I don't have an issue with it, but it feels like they're just throwing it in my face because I see it all the time in media and stuff, or I see it all the time. But I think that you have to take a look at it from a lot of, you're talking about a demographic of people that have been persecuted and discriminated against for a long time. They've had to fight for their civil rights just to love the people they want to love, right? Which is terrible. And so, I mean, when it comes down, I think you have to take a look at it like that, right? You have to put yourself in their shoes at the same time. So, I don't know. Is it I feel like they should have their time to shine and be represented. Maybe you know what I mean. It's like how long have they been discriminated against and persecuted just for trying to love the people they want to love or love the person they want to love or whatever, and it's anytime that's tried to be a thing, it ends up blowing up into this big thing that it's like so much disgruntledness and people throwing a fit about it, which is just weird to me. I don't really understand it. You're not necessarily wrong. I think there could be part of that because I mean I think totally. And what's up, buddy? What's up, Ferret? I think there totally is. There's an amount of these companies that could not care. Uh, don't really have any kind of support for these groups of people or anything like that that just play off of trying to appear like they do things. There's always going to be that kind of stuff, right? So I mean, it's there's a lot that can be taken into account when you dive into these topics and these areas. Yeah, for sure. But it is weird to me that I don't know. It just seems like people just want to like riot, man. Anytime it's any like I said, if it is something that's like, I think even on that front, like if it's not like there aren't games where there are heterosexual relationships that are promoted in entertainment and stuff too, but it's not supposed to be a big deal. Yeah. But it always is. It seems like if it's a relationship between same sex or whatever. Um, so I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think too often people make too big of a deal out of it, where it wouldn't be made a big deal out of if it was the other way around. If that makes sense. Yeah. If it was quote unquote the norm, which is I feel terrible even saying that. It doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. I've talked about it before, but it's just I this is perfect world for me. I wish that it would just not be a thing anymore. Like people wouldn't see it like that's people wouldn't see it as people gender wise in a relationship in entertainment or whatever. Just see it as people in a relationship showing love to one another. Just take it for what it is. Not. I mean, if we could do that, I mean, if we could do that in the world, that I mean that would make the world such a better place, anyways, wouldn't it? You know? Yeah, yeah, I know. I agree, Ferret. Yeah, but I mean, we need more love in the world. There's so much hate already, anyways, and it seems like we can't even portray a loving relationship, no matter what, in media anymore, without it sparking some kind of controversy. Rather than people just looking at it and be like, "Oh, nice, that's a couple that are, you know, in love or whatever." There's always some kind of criticism about it that results in, instead of being able people being able to look at it like a loving relationship between some characters, people turn it into something to hate. It sucks. It just sucks. Minecraft developers quit Reddit after company's controversial changes. What? What are you up to today, Ferret? What's going on, man? New Blade Runner video game announced? What? Chill day, half day today? Let's go, dude. You gonna get some raids in or what, dude? Oh, half day. That means you're getting. Oh, you getting a super long weekend, dude? Are you getting a super long weekend, bro? For the holiday? Oh boy. Wait, yes to both? Super long weekend and raids or what? What's going on, dude? Super long weekend of raids. Oh, dude. Oh, did you? How'd it go, man? Steam Decks are 20% off right now, man. We're going to pull up a sale that shows everything, but I put that in our Discord gaming deals last night. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh boy, that's nice. Longer, but you did it. That's what matters, I guess. You got a 5-day weekend too, Miss Bat? Let's go, dude. Sick. Yo, I'll be around. I'm not taking any time off, so I'll be around if anybody wants to hang and just chill out. Probably on the 4th, I might end a little bit early, but other than that, I'll be around. So I plan on streaming. Yep. Oh, really? Are you hacking, dude? What are you doing, Miss Bat? What are you guys doing this weekend? You guys doing some family stuff or what? Yo, how about they shut down the plant today because they had to replace? Oh, for real? Oh, wild. Nice. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, holiday. Yep. Yep. Finally got a better grasp on some of it, movement abilities. Oh, right on, dude. Nice. Nice. All right. Cool. That's nice. Camp for tonight to Sunday. Oh, sick, dude. I need to take my family camping. It's been a while. We used to do a decent amount of camping. It's been a while since we've really gotten into that. We talked about this yesterday. Oh, for real? Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Did you get anything good out of the raid, Ferret? Minecraft makes more money on Switch than PlayStation or Xbox. That's funny. Oh, sick, man. Nice. GG's. That's great. Yeah, we've got this article up already. If you didn't hear this, Baldur's Gate 3 is delayed on PS5, but is releasing early on PC. So I've got an article up, and we'll talk about it. Annapurna showcase. We didn't. I didn't even know this was kicking off, dude. So I think we missed that. Unfortunately. Yeah, there are a lot of people interested in Baldur's Gate 3 for sure. I mean, myself as well. It's not one of those like things that I feel like I need to play on release. But I'm definitely interested in it, yeah. Also, Baldur's Gate 2 is free right now on Prime Gaming. For those of you that don't know, I'll touch on that again as we hit that article. But if anybody's got Amazon Prime, you got Prime free gaming, then you should be going and grabbing Baldur's Gate 2 if you don't already own it. Absolutely. Wait, what? Call of Duty will stay on PlayStation? What? I thought they hadn't come to an agreement. We got something up on this. We got that up. Fallout New Vegas just got a ton of new quests and content. What? All right, dude, we got a lot of articles today. Let's hop in it. Xbox Game Pass confirms 6 more games coming on day one. All right, so during Annapurna Interactive's annual summer showcase, let's go ahead. Where's this at? No. We'll do Annapurna next. Why? Why is that, Ferret? 6 indie titles have been confirmed to be making their way to Xbox Game Pass on day one in the near future. Over the past couple of years, renowned indie publisher Annapurna has been holding its own indie showcases, highlighting the exciting new games its partners have in the works. Oh, just because of the new content? Well, you know what's funny? We were talking about this the other day. For those that don't know, New Vegas is the only Fallout game that wasn't actually developed by Bethesda, right? And people they are like actually consider Fallout New Vegas to be the GOAT. It's actually an Obsidian developed game. It's just published by Bethesda. Isn't that crazy? So funny enough, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing what this is probably some mod stuff. Somebody probably modded in a bunch of new content or something. Is what this probably is. We'll see what it is. But usually these old games like that, it's usually that are have really good modding communities behind them. That's usually what the new content is. People have modded in a lot of new quests or something like that, you know. But I mean, isn't that wild that like of all the Fallout games, the GOAT is the one that wasn't even developed by Bethesda. That's kind of wild, dude. Uh, yo, I meant to tell you too. That was a good recommendation the other day in Grounded. What I did was I actually I made an entirely new chest. So I made an entirely new chest just for like equipment and stuff, and then I separated it from all my other chests. That way I can start doing all my like auto storage stuff again. So I didn't like turn off anything, but it was a good idea, man, that you recommended at the end of the day. I appreciate it. I was just being lazy. um, after the stream, I was like, man, Ferret was right. I need to I need to do something. Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I was doing it at the beginning of the game, and I just got into where I was. Part of it was because I kept needing things to run out with too. There was like I kept needing clay. I kept needing silk because we were going out and making like. So part of it was just that, but other things was like because I had weapons and equipment and storage that I also was using, and it would dump those things too, and it was just annoying. But it made sense to just work it out in a way where I could just start dumping stuff again. Yeah. Over the past couple of years, yeah, Annapurna has been holding its own with indie showcases, highlighting the exciting new games its partners have been having in the works. Game Pass continues to barrel ahead as the best deal in gaming, making all sorts of new titles, big and small, available to its subscribers for a monthly fee this year. Alongside Xbox's own first-party headliners like Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, and Forza, Game Pass subscribers have seen the likes of big third-party games joining the service, such as Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which was apparently a big hot bag of garbage, and the upcoming Bloodborne-inspired Souls-like Liza P, which I hope is good because I've been following that for a long time. Now, thanks to Annapurna, Game Pass subscribers have another batch of unique indie games getting ready to hit the service. Am I looking moist, dog? Is that what's going on? Am I looking real nice and moist this morning, bro? Nope. The same one I use every morning, Doug. Yeah. Yeah. How about you? What's up, Wig? Um, nice play, Ferret. You look radiant. Maybe I'm pregnant. I might be glowing. I might be pregnant. Among Annapurna's impressive whirlwind of announcements at its recent summer showcase, I'll have to take a test, were 6 games confirmed to hit Xbox Game Pass on day one later this year and beyond. These games include Cocoon, Thirsty Suitors, Bounty Star, Ghost Bike, Flock, and 2AT. One of the titles, Cocoon, is an indie puzzle game from the minds formerly behind indie hits Limbo and Inside. We've seen a Cocoon already. In it, players can jump in and out of worlds represented as small orbs that they can also pick up and move around to complete intricate puzzles. Thirsty Suitors is looking wild. Another one of the games from the show coming to Game Pass pits protagonist Jala or Yala against her exes in a turn-based RPG adventure. It's really weird. You don't actually do any kind of physical combat though. It's more like verbal combat or whatever. See this only up game? I think I have seen it, dude. Yeah, I think I have seen it. Not much of it though. Yeah. Remind me after this article. We'll take a look at it. Well, after these two articles, because these kind of synergize here. Cocoon, September 9th. Thirsty Suitors, November 2nd. Bounty Star, early 2024. Ghost Bike, Flock, and 2AT don't have dates yet, I don't think. Another Game Pass title from the showcase, Bounty Star, is a third-person mech combat action game in a similar vein to From Software's Armored Core franchise. It made him rage quit. Yeah, those kinds of games are pretty rage inducing. They really are. They'll tilt you out. Yeah. It's like getting over it. If I remember correct, if I'm thinking about the same game, I'll pull it up in a second. Only Up is kind of like getting over it. What's the Baby Steps game that's coming out? It's going to be the same way. A lot of those games are like that. They're terribly, terribly rage inducing, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't even actually ever played many of those types of games, but I'm planning on playing Baby Steps when it comes out. That one where the dude's on the couch and he's like passed out, and then he like wakes up and tries to hit the TV, and he goes into the TV, right? And he's like stepping around and falling, and it's got all the weird noises in the background. You remember that one? That I'm planning on playing that one. The one where it was talking about it looks like Wick. He got those big. He's got that cake and those hams. You remember? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about, Wick. Stray from the Steam sale, highly recommend, dude. Stray was fantastic, dog. That was a great game. It was a great game. Yeah. I'm going to go over the Steam sale stuff here in just a bit. What game? Baby Steps, dude. Baby Steps. That one I showed you, where I was saying it reminds me of you. The dude's walking around in like a onesie, basically. And yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm planning on playing that one. And that's more of like it's one of those kinds of games. That's actually from the same developer of Getting Over It. So it's going to be one of those games that's going to be really molding, trying to work your way through that game. So Bounty Star is a mech action game such as Bounty Star. A mech action game such as Bounty Star seems uncharacteristic for Annapurna, considering the publisher's history of toned-down, non-action, narrative-focused titles. Yeah, so they got really, really popular off of Stray, dude. Speaking of Stray, Annapurna was the publisher behind Stray. And it's finally making its way to Xbox, but not on Game Pass. Game like Stray would have been a slam dunk on Game Pass. Yeah, absolutely. Might be waiting until a little bit later, until it hits the service. Yeah. Okay, let's see if they talk about anything else here. Give us some. Yeah, Annapurna Showcase. Did they get any Stray? Yeah. Ghost Bike. Is Sable meets Tour de France. Okay. Lush Foil. Photography sim is frighteningly realistic. Frighteningly realistic, huh? 2AT is what is this? Imagine a reality where you had to live your entire life as a permanent T-pose. To many, this would be an unparalleled nightmare, but with the help of able gamers, industry legend Kita Takahashi hopes to explore the joys that come through life in spite of your body limitations. The protagonist can be seen attending school, hanging out with friends, even relaxing alongside an anthropomorphic giraffe as a trio of supporters breaks out into song beside him. Not sure how this game will play. Looks like so much fun. You're stuck in a T-pose. You're a person stuck in a T-pose. Weird. Blade Runner 2023, we've got that up. We'll read about that in a second. Thirsty Suitors, we've seen this for a while. This looks like a wild game. It basically, it's like an RPG battle game where you are there's no physical combat. It's like just verbal altercations is the way the combat goes. It's just verbal combat with these like past relationships and stuff of the main character. It's really, really wild looking. I'll link this in case you guys want to look at more of what was out of the Annapurna stuff. We've covered quite a bit of it. I want to look at this. What was the name of the... hold on. Was it Battles? Bounty Star. I want to look up Bounty Star real quick. Let's see if there's like a trailer for it or anything. I'm a sucker for mech games. Here we go. Bounty Star, huh? Then we'll look up the one you're talking about, Wick.
Hi, I'm Ben Ruiz, the founder and creative director
Dino
of
God.
and the designer of Bounty Star.
Oh, I think I've
Bounty
seen
Star's a game
this.
about a broken but powerful ex-soldier, now a bounty hunter,
Yes.
in a post-apocalyptic American desert. Her name is Clem, and she's trying to start a new life in a place far from home, traumatized from a profound mistake she made at the end of her military career. One half of the gameplay experience is a third-person action game shooting mechanics, in which Clem is bringing in her marks, dead or alive, in her customizable infantry mech. Throughout the experience, the players will obtain all kinds of exciting mech weaponry and utilities, and use them against increasingly bigger and badder foes. In the other half of the gameplay experience, the protagonist cleans up her life and develops her bounty hunting operation in the safety of her newly acquired home on the edge of the game world, a rundown, pre-apocalypse gas station and tune-up shop with a lot of potential. The player will learn how to be an effective bounty hunter in this scarce and dangerous world in which self-sustaining ways of life are absolutely vital. She will grow and obtain food and use it to cook meals that enhance her focus in different ways. She has scraps and crafting materials and use them
bolts
to
in her ears
to enhance both her
for
personal
earrings
and combat endeavors.
Bolts and nuts. That's awesome.
She will befriend and be visited by all manner of characters, all of whom are playing an important role in her current phase of life. Bounty Star is ultimately about a human pushing out inner demons, rebuilding herself and her personal environment,
Sick.
and relearning what it's like to be a force for good in a place that very badly needs it. As a gameplay experience, it is all about engaging, fun, modern action mechanics that many types of players will be able to enjoy, but not without being challenged. Thanks so much for watching. Bounty Star is coming in early 2024.
Heavy. Yeah, that's a big old gauge, dude. It's a big old fat gauge, too. And yeah, it would end up stretching even more because of how heavy it is. Yep. That looks cool, though. Yeah, I'd forgotten I had seen that a while back. Yeah, that looks cool. What is that game on Steam, Wick? Yeah, the game looks cool, huh? I love mech games. What was the game Wick was talking about? Only Up, right? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I've seen a little bit of this. It's mixed right now. 69% positive kappa. But yeah, I've seen a little bit of this gameplay. You rage quit, Wick? Because of the rage, probably, yeah. People, yeah. I'll look at the reviews real quick. Did you rage quit, dog? Kitty! Rage quit? Yeah, this would be a good Pinky game. I would like to play it too, but I suck at parkour in games, so I'm definitely gonna get tilted. Apparently a way to beat it in like 30 seconds. I think that's kind of what I saw somebody accidentally like get yeeted way up in the air and they were like, "What the crap?" It was like a glitch, dude, where they got yeeted way up into the air. And I think that's probably one of the ways in which you can like beat it real fast. They found a glitch in the game. Yeah, we'll look at all the sell stuff. I've got articles up and everything too. Yeah, Bounty Star looks dope. Is that on Steam? Bounty Star? Yo, actually, you didn't rage. You just quit. I'll add this in there. Yeah, Bounty Star's on here too. Here, I'll link this if you guys wanted this. Here, this game looks dope.
Hi,
there you go.
I'm Ben Ruiz, the founder and creative director of Dino God and the designer of Bounty Star.
We got a lot of stuff to look at on Steam this morning, by the way, so we'll check it all out. There's no save point. Well, yeah. As soon as I fall, I'm done. Oh, for real? So you just the first time you fell, you quit? New Blade Runner video game announced. Check this noise. Shush your mouth, dude. For the first time in 25 years, Blade Runner is returning to video games with a new title from Annapurna Interactive. Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth. The world of Blade Runner is really starting to expand between new comics and upcoming live-action series and now a video game. Fans have a lot to look forward to. During today's Annapurna Interactive showcase, publisher revealed Blade Runner Labyrinth. The game will tell a new story set between the original film and Blade Runner 2049.
Lots of people lost things in the blackout. I was lucky.
Oh, for real?
I just lost the job.
Oh, sounds like he's about to rage quit right now.
But now, they want me back.
Was he not? Wait, was Jameis Winston on the opposing team?
Being someone else.
Did Jameis Winston get put into the MLB game and then did he get throttled by Jameis Winston? He was probably pitching against him or something.
Searching. In the land.
Trying to think of the last game you rage quit, man. The last game I rage quit was Shredder's Revenge. I hated the hitboxes. Yo, Wednesday, what's up? I know they made it in the same way that the old, because dude, I loved like Turtles in Time and stuff like that back in the day, but dude, I went and tried to play like solo Shredder's Revenge and I hated it, dude. The hitboxes were disgusting. Yo, what are you excited for, Wednesday? Aside from the fact that it's Friday and the weekend's here. Yeah, I was like, this feels terrible. I was like, this game feels gross, dude. And I know that's the way the old Turtles game were. Yeah, I know. That's the way the old Turtles games were. But, dude, whenever, and I loved the old Turtles games, but, dude, whenever I played Shredder's Revenge, I hated it. I hated it, dude. It felt disgusting for me. I did not like it at all. The hitboxes felt just gross. I didn't like it at all. I don't know. So I just didn't play it. I played like a couple stages and was like, nah, this isn't for me. Should have had a tutorial. It wasn't like I wasn't getting through it. I just didn't like the way it felt. It just didn't feel good to me. So I just quit. It's like I don't like this. I don't like the way it feels. I was not having fun playing it, and I didn't want to make people sit through and watch it. If I'm not having fun playing a game, I don't want to make people sit through and watch me play it either. So, oh, for real, Wednesday? Ooh wee. Blade Runner, huh? Well, congrats to your mama, if that's the case. And well wishes on the pregnancy and everything, yeah. No release date or window for the game has been revealed just yet, but Annapurna promises more news is coming soon. Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth is set to hit PCs and consoles. Word. The thing that was crazy to me was like I was like fighting like bosses and stuff, and it was like I'd be like half a screen away from where an attack was actually happening, and I'd still get hit. And it was like, God, dude, I just don't like this. It just doesn't feel good. It was just, and I know that's the way the old games were, but then I just couldn't do it, dude. Couldn't do it. Oh, for real? The game kept crashing? Yeah, that's different. Yeah. That feels bad. If you guys want to see more out of this, here you go. Oh, he's glowing too? That's right, dude. I might be preggers also. Yeah, who knows? Minecraft developers quit Reddit after company's controversial changes. In the latest blow to Reddit after its controversial billing changes, the makers of Minecraft, one of the best-selling video games of all time, have quit the platform. According to the post, the Java tech team at Mojang Studios, the Microsoft-owned company behind Minecraft, will no longer post updates and details to the Minecraft subreddit. Minecraft makers' decision is the latest in a string of large-scale protests in recent weeks against Reddit, one of the internet's most trafficked sites. In the latest blow to Reddit after its controversial billing changes, the makers of Minecraft, one of the best-selling video games of all time, have quit the platform. Reddit management introduced changes recently that have led to rule and moderation changes across many subreddits. A tech lead at Mojang Studios, the Microsoft-owned company behind Minecraft, posted on their Reddit Minecraft subreddit community Tuesday, because of these changes, we no longer feel that Reddit is an appropriate place to post official content or refer our players to. According to the post, the Java tech team at Mojang will no longer post change logs or details of changes to Minecraft game versions on the subreddit. An update to the post clarified that it's not an official policy for all Mojang Studios, Xbox, or Microsoft. Minecraft makers' decision is the latest in a string of large-scale protests in recent weeks against Reddit, one of the internet's most trafficked sites. Earlier this month, the company announced a business change that will dramatically increase the price for third-party developers to use the company's application programming interface, or API. Reddit's third-party apps are popular with users who use them to browse the site and help address accessibility challenges, and with moderators who use them to organize their subreddits, block spam accounts, flag unsafe posts, and find patterns of harassment and abuse. In response to a question about whether the developers would return to posting on Reddit if the company changes API policy, the user Sliced Lime, whose bio says they are a Minecraft developer at Mojang, wrote, "The decision is based on the current situation. If the situation was to change, we'd have to discuss that then." That makes sense. Ahead of the changes which are slated to go into effect Saturday for Reddit, more than 8,000 Reddit communities participated in a blackout, changing their subreddit settings to fully or partially private. Protests included the wildly popular Reddit Funny, with more than 40 million members, along with Reddit Music and Reddit Science, which each boasting more than 30 million users. Reddit not only has all of its content generated by users, but all of its moderation is done by volunteers. Dak Croach, one of the moderators of Reddit Gaming, which has more than 37 million members, told CNBC in a recent interview, quote, "We're talking hundreds of thousands of volunteers putting in hours a day to keep the site safe, entertaining, and enjoyable for community members. It's tough to see that those people, when their voices are loud like this, are being ostensibly ignored." A Reddit spokesperson declined to comment. Yeah. Pet the mods, dude. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, having some internet issues Wednesday. Yeah, I just said, if that's the case, then congrats to your mother on the pregnancy, and well wishes for your mother to maintain health and for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And congratulations to her as well. More recently than that, I did rage quit on Destiny 2 because of all their issues from one season. Oh, couldn't even play because it kept dropping connection. Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not I guess the other one recently for me was Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't I just couldn't do it because of the performance of the game. That was the other one for me. So Shredder's Revenge just felt bad. The hitboxes on that game, dude, felt really gross. I didn't like it. Again, which is, I think just part of, and I know they made the game to feel like old Turtles games. Dude, I used to love the old Turtles games, like Turtles in Time, like old Battletoads stuff. Dude, I love those games, but I think it's just been so long since I played them. I had forgotten what they felt like. And then I played Shredder's Revenge, and dude, I was fighting bosses and getting hit by like half a screen away on the hits where the actual animation was nowhere near me and stuff, and I was like, this does not feel good, dude. And I was just kind of done. Oh, bro, and the Hogwarts Legacy thing, it felt so similar to Elden Ring. And I just trudged through Elden Ring. There's a lot of good content in Elden Ring, but man, it felt like an entire, it felt brutal playing through that game the entire time because of the performance issues. And that's the way Hogwarts Legacy was feeling after 8 days in. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, man, I am done with this. So that's the other one that I quit playing. I don't know that like rage quit is the word for it. But I was really I was pretty upset. Just at the fact that the game felt so bad, you know. Yeah, that whole hair issue was wild, dude. That was weird. Yeah, I flushed that one, dude. That's there's I think those are like Hogwarts Legacy, Shredder's Revenge, and there's only been only one other. Is there only one other game I've flushed? I've actually got a flushed. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy needs to go in here too. So these Hogwarts Legacy needs to be in here too. Hold on. This needs to be in flushed. I didn't have Shredder's Revenge on Steam, but so Planescape Torment. I flushed Planescape Torment because I got to the end of this game. So I got to the end of this game. I beat a boss. I fought the boss twice. The second time I beat the boss, it was a hard battle too, and I beat the boss in this game, and went through a bunch of dialogue, and because it's like a CRPG, right? Went through a bunch of dialogue, went through these dialogue choices, and basically the game said, "We don't like the choices you made. You can no longer progress in the game because of the choices you made, because you're not able to progress through the story now. Game over." And they didn't give me an autosave after the battle or anything like that. It's like as the battle ends, you go automatically into dialogue with this boss being like on their deathbed. And they basically made you to where you were going to have to do the fight all over again. And I was like, I'm not doing it. I was like, that's crap. That feels terrible. I was like, I got through the fight. I finished it. Did everything I needed to do. And you put dialogue in the game that allows the player to not be able to successfully move forward. And you're going to make them do the fight again. I was like, that's balls development, dude. Like, that feels terrible. Like, that's fine if you want to, like, you know, kind of troll people out a little bit, but give them a save, dude. Give them a save. Because I was like, I'm not wasting more time in this game. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to waste more time in this game doing this fight over again, potentially not winning the fight again, having to do it again after that or anything like that. I was like, I'm done. So I flushed it. And I was like towards the end of that game, too. How many hours did I have in this? I had 60 hours into this game. And I was like, nope, I'm done. I was like, that's trash. I'm not doing it. So I just quit. And then Valhalla. This was a game given to me and the community by Tabo. And it's one that Tabo likes very much, but for me it was just kind of boring. It's one of those games where you're like you're a bartender. It's called Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. You're basically just making drinks for people and going through and like it's very story rich and everything, which a lot of people enjoy. But I got like 15 hours in and I was like, dude, this is just really boring for me. And I need to play something else. I just can't do this. It's just not my kind of game. And he likes it a lot and he wanted me to try it out. And so I gave it a good go, 15 hours. But I was like, I can't do this. It's just not for me. So those are the games that I've not finished. Yeah, those plus Shredder's Revenge. This is crazy. This whole Minecraft. I mean, the Reddit thing's wild too. I mean, what do you guys? How do you feel about this whole Reddit thing? Does Reddit actually make money off of other? Do they do? I don't even. I've never even actually thought about that. Does Reddit make money off of like advertisement and stuff? Yeah, I mean, I very rarely do. Reddit can be an absolutely just horrid place, dude. It's confusing. It's not that confusing once you know how it works. But it can be a very, very gross, very toxic place. But it can also be a wealth of information too. It's a great place for information on a wide range of topics. I mean, it's a great place for information. But I haven't been on Reddit for quite some time. Apart from like the occasional like Google search that'll lead me in there for a quick piece of information or something, and I don't really know. So the I hadn't heard a whole lot about. I knew a little bit about the changes that were coming and stuff, but I didn't know the extent of like all these blackouts and things. You know, I mean, I'll even sometimes I'll do a Google search if I'm looking for a particular set of information and I'm not getting anything just off of a Google search of what I want. Usually, what I'll do is I'll throw a Reddit in there at the end of my tag, the end of my search, because Reddit is a great place for information. It really is. You just got to be careful because Reddit's a wild place, dude. That's why I quite often people will be like, "Oh, I was off hanging out in Reddit," and I was like, "Oh, you trudging through the trenches of Reddit, huh?" Because it's a war zone in that community, man. You got to be careful. It's a wild place. But there's a lot of good information in there too. I don't know. This is a wild one right here. It's confirmed. Call of Duty will stay on Sony PlayStation. Microsoft Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella recently confirmed the fan favorite video game series Call of Duty will continue to be part of PlayStation console. Hold on. Shut up, dude. So they're just making promises. Look. Here's the thing. Basically, what this comes down to. Okay, so I'll read this to you. Satya Nadella and Activision CEO Bobby Kotick testified in San Francisco federal court to reinforce its argument that the collaboration won't hurt competition in the markets for console and subscription-based games. So Satya Nadella said he would 100% commit to keeping the Call of Duty game on Sony's gaming platforms. Last week, Microsoft gaming head Phil Spencer also vowed under oath to not exclude the title from PS consoles. Here's the deal. They are not just going to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation's console without some kind of contract, okay? They're currently under a contract for like 2 more years of Call of Duty being on PlayStation. So obviously they're going to uphold that commitment, right? Otherwise they're going to get their pants sued off. If they end up acquiring Activision Blizzard, they're going to follow through with that commitment. Now, the first, all these 10-year deals that came down from Microsoft to all these companies in order to appease all these regulatory committees in moving forward with the acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the first company they went to try to give a 10-year deal to was Sony PlayStation. And Sony said no, because Sony has wanted to make this look anti-competitive the whole time, right? It wouldn't matter what was offered. They would have always said no. Now, obviously, the heads of Xbox are going to go, we have every intention, we promise, every intention of keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation. But they absolutely are promising that they have the intentions of keeping it on PlayStation as long as they have a contract with PlayStation. They're not going to do it without that. Right now, there is a contract, which means they can just say, yeah, we promise. We're going to keep it on there. So as soon as that contract's out, though, they no longer have any commitment to do that, right? So that's all this really is. That's all this really is. Here we go. Yo, where is Vault at, dude? This is something for Vault for sure. I'll have to probably link this in Discord to Vault. Fallout New Vegas just got a ton of new quests and content. Years after a beloved video game has been released, it would be safe to assume the chances of additional content would have long passed. Yeah, most of the time. Thankfully, that never seems to be the case with the PC modding community. Yep, I called it, dude. Released in 2010 and developed by Obsidian, Fallout New Vegas is one of the most cherished entries in the Bethesda RPG post-apocalyptic series. This is considered the GOAT of the Fallout by most people. Most people consider this the best Fallout game ever made, and it's actually not even made by Bethesda. It's just published by Bethesda. It's made by Obsidian. On Metacritic, the Fallout spin-off scored quite favorably, being rated from the low to mid-80s. To think that it initially started life as an expansion. Taking place 4 years after the events of Fallout 3 in the year 2281, New Vegas takes you to the wastelands of Arizona, California, and Nevada, in which raiders and mutants are causing mayhem in its harsh new world. Post-launch, New Vegas was supported with a wealth of new expansions that added even more life to what was already a deep game full of rich content. All of Fallout New Vegas' content was later bundled into one joyous package in 2011 with its Ultimate Edition, which was given away not too long ago on Epic, man. Hopefully everybody grabbed that. Yet, as reported by DSO Gaming, despite being 12 years since the release of Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, this RPG is still benefiting from tons of new quests and content thanks to its devoted fans. Created by modder NKFC, New Vegas Out of Bounds is inspired by the online urban legend, The Backrooms. It is said, quote, if you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum humbuzz. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as heck has heard you. It sounds like a wonderful place to visit, not. So going by the lore of the Backrooms, we can expect a major dose of supernatural suspense in the Fallout New Vegas Out of Bounds mod. This DLC-sized mod will require you to scavenge for resources to build weapons to help you fight enemies that lurk within its halls. Sounds like almost like some horror stuff, man. Some nightmare fuel. The mod also brings a total of 6 new quests, 17 new weapons, as well as 4 new settlements. What's more, it even includes over 40 newly voiced NPCs and over 800 lines of dialogue. Mod is available to download now via Nexus Mods. In related news, a mysterious teaser for Fallout New Vegas 2 appeared online before being swiftly deleted, further teasing fans desperate for the sequel. However, it seems that Obsidian wants a Fallout New Vegas remaster as much as we do. Yeah. Good stuff, dude. Here you go. That's fun. That's fun. Vault will probably love this, actually. I want to link this in Discord real quick. Cool. GG's. We're gonna be playing. Maybe we need to put this mod in. I don't usually mod games. Whenever I play a game for the first time, I like to play it for what it was, just naturally default from the developers. So I probably won't mod it, but this could be some cool content for people. PlayStation games cost as much as movie blockbusters to make. Exposed budget show. I mean, we know this, dude. Okay, look. So before we even touch on how much, this is going to tell us how much it costs to make Horizon Forbidden West. And I don't think this is going to include the DLC. But we know that current modern AAA games are costing anywhere from like $250 million to above $1 billion for the bigger games, budget wise. And we're talking all around budget, all encompassing budget, development, marketing, all that stuff, right? That's a lot of money. But I mean, here's the thing. Cost as much as movie blockbusters. Games, the gaming industry is obliterating profit-wise. It's much more lucrative than movies and television is nowadays. The gaming industry is making so much more money than these other areas of entertainment, like movies and television and stuff. So, I mean, if you take that into consideration, it's still a ton of money, especially, it doesn't make any sense for this much money to be poured into games whenever so many games keep getting released and they're pieces of trash. How is that much money being poured into development when the games keep coming out and they're just big piles of garbage? But, at the same time, for the games that are being done well, it does make sense because it's a very lucrative thing as long as it's done right. So Sony's 2022 PS4 and PS5 blockbuster Horizon Forbidden West cost $212 million to develop over a 5-year period. And its 2020 hit, The Last of Us Part 2, cost around $220 million to make. Those normally closely held figures came to light via a poorly redacted legal filing that's part of the FTC's lawsuit to block Microsoft's bid for Activision. Yep. Why it matters: development budgets, which are typically industry secrets, are generally said to be skyrocketing for marquee games. These numbers confirm the trend toward massive Hollywood-style spending. Yep. The Sony filing also included unsuccessful redactions of the Horizon game's development timeframe, 5 years, and number of full-time staff over 300. The Last of Us Part 2 had around 200 employees working on the game, according to the filing. Sony had previously touted huge sales for both games, 8.4 million sales for Horizon and 10 million for The Last of Us Part 2 as of last year. Yo, Gothic, what up? What's going on, friendo? Both games are sure to have been profitable. Wedbush analyst Michael Pachter and Cohen's Doug Kreutz tells Axios. Pachter pegs Sony's profit on each of those titles at close to $300 million. That's profit. That's profit over what they put in, right? Math includes cuts for marketing and physical retailers. So this is total profit on each. So altogether, about $600 million just on each of these two titles. Yeah. Wednesday, let me know. Yep. Yep. Big congrats. It was not a total confirmation. It was a possible thing, but I mean, do we have confirmation? Is this a for sure thing? It also helps these are Sony-made games for a Sony console, so the game maker here doesn't need to give the standard 30% cut to the platform holder. Economics for blockbusters, in other words, favor first-party games. Yeah. That's about what we need to know. So, whereas yesteryear or the previous generation of game development, it used to be more like a 3 to 5 year period of development for a lot of games, and games were more around, a big budget game would be like tops, like maybe $300 to $400 million. That's all evolved now, and we're talking about the length of development for a game is now modern big budget AAA games. We're talking like 5 to 7.
On me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, Vault, what up, dude? Yo, I just hit you up in Discord. We're talking like 5 to 8 years for projects for full development, from start of development to release of games, along with these budgets are being have exponentially increased, right? To where it used to, it was like 200, maybe 150 to 400 million. Now we're at like 250 million, upwards of over even $1 billion for budgets of games now. We're being told that Grand Theft Auto 6, well over $1 billion budget on that development of that game, So it's just goes to show how much is need. You know, a lot of these companies feel like it's worth investing in some of these big IPs because of how lucrative they can actually be long term for them, right? Pretty crazy. Yo, dog. Yeah, dude, I just hit you up in Discord. You just missed a Fallout New Vegas article, man. Not a sure thing yet. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So, if you are, then congratulations and, you know, well wishes on health for you and the kiddo moving forward and the pregnancy and everything. Yeah. Congrats. Um so Valve is seemingly banning Steam games with AI art. Um Developers attempting to submit games with AI created artwork on Steam have spotted a new warning message. Valve's PC game storefront Steam has reportedly begun flagging games that utilize AI artwork, rejecting them from publication on the platform where this technology is detected. The issue was first spotted over on Reddit, where the AI game dev subreddit group revealed several instances of Valve issuing bans over potential copyright infringement. The news was subsequently surfaced by game industry analyst and historian Simon Carlos, on Twitter in a post that quickly went viral. For details provided by Carlos and the AI game developer subreddit, it appears Valve has issued a blanket edict that developers utilizing AI artwork must first prove they own the rights to the art assets used to train the AI engine involved in the game creation process. This is what I've been talking about the entire time with when it comes to like AI generation in game development, whether it be the artwork or assets in the game or whatever. I think that what has to be done is, and dude, I've been talking about this since AI has become a prominent thing in, you know, discussions around the industry and everything. I don't think that utilizing AI is necessarily a bad thing. But what you have to have is you have to have uniquely created content and assets for each individual project first. You get people to come in, create those assets, create that artwork, create all your stuff for the game in the first place. And then if you want to use AI to take those assets that you've already had people create specifically for your project, right, and mesh that stuff together and pull out other weird, unique kind of pieces of art out of that, that's your prerogative, right? But to just solely use AI to go out on the internet, pull out AI generated artwork off of other people's artwork that you don't have the rights to or anything, that's not acceptable. All you're doing is circumventing having to pay people to create unique assets for your project. And that's an unethical thing, both on just trying to skip out on the hiring process, as well as trying to use copyrighted material to generate AI artwork off of. There's unethical things on that front all the way around. Oh yeah, Vault. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Creators are reportedly being hit with a notice that reads, quote, after reviewing, we have identified intellectual property in game name here, which appears to belong to one or more third parties. In particular, game name here contains art assets generated by artificial intelligence that appears to be relying on copyrighted material owned by third parties. As the legal ownership of such AI-generated art is unclear, we cannot ship your game while it contains these AI-generated assets, unless you can affirmatively confirm that you own the rights to all the IP used in the data set that trained the AI to create the assets in your game. That's fantastic. I love it, dude. I love it. We are failing to build. We are failing your build, and we'll give you one opportunity to remove all the content that you do not have the rights to from your build. If you fail to remove all such content, we will not be able to ship your game on Steam, and this app will be banned. Yeah, Ferret. So many meetings. Yo, only half a day, though, baby. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Other users have also noted that the text is seemingly being caught in the ban too, with Valve restricting the use of AI-generated writing for similar reasons. Per reports on Reddit, multiple developers have been hit with these warnings, with the first instances surfacing from June 2023. Valve has not issued an official edict on the matter, but it has allegedly tightened its stance in recent weeks as a means to ensure games published on Steam maintain a sense of human creativity. There you go. It's exactly what it is, dude. Also, legal ramifications, which are more likely a reason Valve may have chosen to ban AI-generated content on its platform. As a publisher, it maintains a level of responsibility for games shipped on its platform. And given that the legality around AI remains murky, it's a safer option to ban it outright. The stance would also align with Steam's historic values, and that developers are not allowed to publish content they don't own or have adequate rights to. AI-generated artwork is typically a slosh of images stolen from across the internet and forced into a new shape, essentially making it plagiarism on a mass scale. Absolutely. Unless the AI is trained on content specifically created by an individual, just like I was talking about before. It's important to note that Valve has not confirmed these update terms as of writing, and reports of mass bans are yet to be fact-checked by official sources. Several games that utilize AI artwork have already been published on Steam and remain live as of writing. That's what I was wondering about, because I knew that had happened. Some sources have also claimed this is a hoax designed to discourage creators from submitting their AI-created works on the platform. We'll likely learn more in the coming days as Valve makes its stance clear. I hope this is real, because this is the way it needs to be done. This is actually, in my opinion, this is what I've been talking about ever since AI became a prominent thing and, a highly, addressable thing for us in the gaming industry in regards to what is okay and what is not okay. And I've had this same stance from the get-go. Where I can see it being a nice utility for developers, but they have to have their own unique assets to run it off of in the first place. You can't just be going out there and just like using, plagiarizing and using other people's copyrighted works off of the internet. That's not the way that works. It shouldn't be utilized like that. So I hope this is real. This is kind of wild. This is a long article. I don't know how much of this I'll actually read. This is a really long article. So this is a Backbone 1 for Android, upgrading mobile gaming. When it comes to gaming on the go, life isn't quite the good old days of the PSP, Game Boy, Game Gear, and so on and so on. The options for gaming with a physical piece of hardware often situate around a Nintendo Switch. Here, this would probably be better. How about that? Your phone, or if you can afford it, on one of those new portable gaming PCs from the likes of Asus or Valve. Talking about the ROG Ally from Asus or the Steam Deck, which are on sale, 20% off right now. We're going to talk about that in a second. Already in the Discord, I put it in there last night, the Gaming Deals channel. More portable gaming PCs are on the way, so we're sure that affordability issue will change in the coming months. But those three options are still largely all you have if you want a game on the go. Experience isn't always the same. That could be why some are considering ways to upgrade the mobile gaming experience of our phones. Yeah, most people have a mobile device that is quite good at doing gaming itself, right? And with all the services we have nowadays, whether it be Google Play or all the subscription services, cloud gaming, all that stuff, mobile devices are really coming into prominence and holding their own, and have been for a while in the gaming sphere. That is precisely what Backbone is arriving with a solution for, rebuilding its excellent PlayStation-themed controller on the iPhone for Android devices in 2023. Is it everything gamers have hoped for? What is the Backbone 1 for Android? So this is what we're looking at right here. I can already tell you, I could see where this might, and I don't know if you'd be able to, if a game only runs in a vertical orientation, I can see where this might cause some issues, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, go for it if that's something you're more comfortable with, you know. Got a headphone jack. I'll let you guys read all this. This is a very, very long article. This looks like a cool device. Fairly solid on every phone they tried it on, which was the Google Pixel 7a and Pro, LG V50 Thin Q, dual screen, the Motorola Moto G53, Oppo Find X5 Pro, Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5G, and the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Is it worth your money? This thing is $180 in Australia. Feels like an acceptable value for what you get, even if it's a little more than other players in the market. Basic controllers exist at much healthier prices, scoring an Xbox-style physical game controller for around the $100 mark. Something SteelSeries offers among the many brands out there. This style doesn't wrap around the device and needs to mount the phone to the controller using a special mount. Yay or nay? So I'm just going to get to the end of this and let you guys know what they say here. Okay. If what you're looking for is an improvement on Android gaming, Backbone's PlayStation-themed gaming controller delivers a combination of excellent hardware and software. It's an accessory mobile gamers won't want to live without. Whether you're retro gaming, attacking modern first-person shooters, platforming like a pro, screaming through a racing sim, or brawling using your sticks in an isometric beat-em-up, the Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition works a treat. Such a way to game on the go. You'll never go back to a touch controls alone again. Highly recommended. So here's what they say. 4.8 stars out of 5. That's really good. The good, great controls, designed beautifully, supports USB Type-C on pretty much every Android phone, though very thick ones may not work. Can charge a phone through a Type-C pass-through port. There's even a 3.5mm headset jack on the controller. That's dope. Not so good. Size won't always grip every device comfortably. Phones with a hinge may feel less stable. You need to take your phone's case off to make it work. All right. So you might, if you're interested, if you do a lot of mobile gaming, this could be a great thing for you. But you might want to read more about this. This is a very long article, so I'm guessing it's very thorough, which is great. Razer equivalent is cheaper and always on sale. I bought one for $50 at Walmart. Well, you might try to do some kind of comparison. That's all I would say. You know, I tell everybody that get the best bang for your buck, whatever that may be. Do some comparison of reviews for different devices, but that's a good recommendation there, dude. Do you know what it's called specifically, Vault? This is just something I came across this morning. I hadn't seen this before, so figured I would touch on it real quick. It looks like this is a pretty thorough review, so to give people something to look at. Oh, the Kishi. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, okay. So I don't know. Look at everything. I mean, does it have the same thing? I mean, does it wrap all the way around the phone? Does it USB-C plug in? You know, does it have 3.5mm jack? Does do all that stuff? Same thing this does. Quite possibly. Razer makes good stuff. They make good stuff. Not the jack. Yeah, so that's all I would say is like that's a good recommendation. I tell everybody, take your time, research products, compare products, and see where you're going to get the best bang for your buck, and make sure you're getting the options out of the device that you want to have out of that device, right? That way you're going to feel comfortable with that for the long run. If you don't feel like you need a 3.5mm jack, if you're not planning on using headphones and stuff, you know, quite often anymore, people don't really utilize them that much on mobile devices because you've got earbuds that are wireless or whatever. So you might not even need them, and that could save you a bit of money there going with the Razer Kishi over what this is. You know, who knows? It just depends. Everybody's got their own preferences and stuff like that. Do your due diligence. Take a look at the, you know, pros and cons reviews of each, you know, different device that you might be interested in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting any specific thing here. I'm not sponsored. I'm just trying to make people aware of the different stuff that's out there. That's all this is for me. But this is looks like a pretty comprehensive review here. I try not to dive into I already linked that. I try not to dive into any articles that seem like they're real promotion content too. I like to, and this is one of the things that I like. I like to find reviews that show both a pro and con side of things. That usually leads me to believe that these reviews are kind of non-biased. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean they totally are, but they come off better that way anyways. But I appreciate that, Vault. Yeah, thanks, man. Well, then I would say go for it, Gothic. Yeah, I mean, I think that's important. I wasn't sure. I actually, you know, whenever I decided on my moniker, I sat down for a while and just thought and took time. This wasn't like always my. It was before I started streaming, which I went with this moniker. I had some different variations and stuff before whenever I was just like a Twitch viewer and everything. But I knew that I didn't want to change after I started streaming and everything. And so I sat down and took time and came up with some different ideas. And whenever I hit this one, I was pretty sure this was the thing. And I ran it by some friends and family and stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, that's pretty good right there. I like that." So that's one of those things that just kind of worked for me. And I was pretty sure that whenever I came across this was going to be the one for me. And well played, Vault. Yeah, dude. So I think it's important to go with something that appeals to you, that you're comfortable with, that you can relate to, and you identify with. You know what I mean? And if you've got that, I don't think you can necessarily go wrong. You know, so if that's what that is for you, then I say go with it. You know, it sounds like a good idea. All right, here are, yeah, we're getting into the Steam deal stuff, man. Here are the best 2023 Steam summer sale deals. Look, I already threw the Steam Deck stuff in the Discord last night in the Gaming Deals channel because I saw it last night and was like, oh, dude, that's pretty good stuff. But let's take a look at what else they got here. The best 2023 Steam summer sale deals. Get over 50% off games like The Witcher 3 plus a Steam Deck discount. Yep. The summer sale is here. It's active through July 13th. And as one of Steam's biggest discount sessions, covers a ton of the best-selling indie and AAA games like Dead Cells at $12 and Sekiro's Game of the Year edition at $30. Sekiro, dude, stays up there, doesn't it? There will also be summer-themed trading cards, badges, profile backgrounds, a trailer for the sale days, and for those of us with ungenerous wallets, free daily stickers of things like orange pinwheels and blue fish with one giant eye. Nice. Seems like a good deal to me. Peter, what's up, dog? Yo, happy Friday, brother. What's going on, man? The best Steam summer sale deals right here. Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition is $30. Elden Ring is $42. Also, look out for Deluxe Edition of Elden Ring for $56. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, $16. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, $12. Look, I'll say this. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, fantastic game. I loved it. It was great. I know, you guys know, I bag on CDPR quite a bit. The Witcher 3 has its issues still. I played it last year on PC. It still had its issues. I had crashes. The game does not feel great in, as far as I'm concerned, for an open world game. It didn't feel fantastic traversing the open world and stuff. There were some quality of life issues in the game, but overall, that game's fantastic. It's got a great content. It's hard to compete with CDPR on the front of what they do with lore, story, writing, character narrative, things like that. It's hard to compete with CDPR on those fronts. So if you haven't played The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and you like RPGs, I highly recommend. There was some underwhelming boss fight stuff, but there was some good boss fight stuff too. So I don't know. I would highly recommend giving Witcher 3 a shot. It's a great game. It is. So was I, Peter. I played Witcher 2 a long time ago, and I just had never dove into The Witcher 3 until last year. Hades is $12. Highly recommend Hades. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Oh, dude, we might be playing Binding of Isaac pretty soon. Heard the mounts are great. Yeah, great at sucking. Great at being buggy. Appropriately named Roach. Dude, I need the Binding of Isaac so bad. But I want to get the complete edition. Yeah. I need to play Binding of Isaac, dude, so bad. Resident Evil 2, $10. Dead Space Remake, $42. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, $52.
Scrambling around his room.
I recommend staying away from this game. It's gotten, I think, better after release a little bit, but you can see all reviews, 62% positive. This game was a hot piece of garbage on release. And I'm sorry, dude, but I am... Here's what also sucks. Respawn is currently making 2 more Star Wars games. Yeah, The Witcher 3 will go on sale about any time there's a like an all-encompassing like the summer sale or winter sale or anything like that for Steam, dude. You can get The Witcher 3 at a pretty cheap, it's like $10 for the complete edition, all the DLC. And dude, that's the thing about The Witcher 3. Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine DLC, they're both pretty massive expansions, really, and they're great content. But you get all of that for like 10, $11 usually whenever a sale happens. It's great. It's great stuff. I'm sorry, but I just, even if they've made this game better since its release, which I don't think it's, let's see the recent reviews. June 18th, decided to try it out, see how bad the performance really is. It's weird to say the least. On a 3070 with a 5800H, 32 gigs of RAM, getting 50 to 60 frames. Changing the graphics preset to low only adds around 10 frames. This game still has a ton of issues, dude. Not yet fixed. It's just googly eyes. Thanks. Yo, Kayla, what's up? So here, I mean, even if they were getting the game better, I mean, dude, a game that releases in this kind of state, I don't feel like they deserve money, dude. Even if they work on fixing it, it's so gross to scam people like this. Respawn, disgusting. And they've got 2 more Star Wars games in development right now. We found out yesterday. How disgusting, dude. How gross. You want to get it on your Switch, Peter? Just know that The Witcher 3, it looks and I'm sure plays quite a bit different on the Switch than it will on another platform, right? because you're probably only going to get 30 frames, and it looks quite different. Yeah. Respawn can get bent. Dude, that's really, really gross what they did with this game. Feels terrible. Resident Evil 2, 10. Oh, we were down here. Persona 5 Royale, 36. Miles Morales, 33. Sifu, 30. Disco Elysium Final Cut is $10, yo. This is a great game if you're into story-rich. This is like a non-combat RPG. It's like CRPG-esque, but it's not super party-based. It's like small party, very narrative heavy, but it's very, very well written. It's got everything's like dice roll checks. You know what I mean? And it's a great, great game. I cannot recommend Disco Elysium enough. It's $10, dude, if you like those kinds of games. Devil May Cry 5. So basically, if you wanted to play Final Fantasy 16, but you don't have a PS5, you can just get Devil May Cry 5 for $10. There you go. Oh, man. Wanted Dead, $30. Terra Nil, $19. Nice, Peter. You can also get Steam Decks for up to 20% off, guys. So Valve conveniently announced dates for the rest of the events, including Tri-Annual Demo Showcase, Next Events, Next Fest earlier in the year. Once this year's summer sale concludes, there won't be another significant discount period until the autumn sale in November. In any case, you can take a look at the dates for all of Steam's forthcoming events below. Stealth Fest is the 24th through the 31st of next month. Visual Novel Fest, August 7th through 14th. Strategy Fest, the 28th of August through the 4th of September. Shoot 'em Up Fest, September 25th through the 2nd of October. Next Fest, October 9th through the 16th. Return of Steam Scream Fest, October 26th through November 2nd. Is there as many cutscenes? I doubt it, dude. I doubt it. Autumn sale, November 21st through the 28th, and winter sale, December 21st through January 4th. All right. Now, let me pull this up real quick while we're on this front here. So the Steam store, and I already put this in. Yo, what's up, Poison? Nice. Poison Ivy. Nice. Store. So, the summer sale, right? Here's the summer sale. Look, they've got Steam Decks 20% off, right? So all the Steam Decks are 20. Or they're all on discount. The lower edition, which is usually $400, you can get for $360 US right now. That's the 64 gig edition. The mid-tier option is the 256 gigabyte, which is normally $530, which you can get at $450. And then the top tier model is normally $650, which you can get for $520 right now. So if you're interested in a Steam Deck, now is probably the time to buy. Okay. They've even got the dock. I find this is one of the things I've criticized Valve for. I find it terrible that they have the dock as a separate purchase. This device does not come with a dock. I find that gross. Here's the thing. Go look on like Amazon or any place like that. There are a lot of like third-party manufactured docks for the Steam Deck, and some of them are supposed to be very, very good. I don't know what the price comparison would be to what the OEM like the Steam docking station would be, but maybe look around and see what you would like to get out of a dock and what reviews are and things. All right. And then they've got a bunch of games that are actually verified for the Steam Deck. Okay. If you don't know what that means, Steam Deck verified games mean they're optimized for this device. It doesn't mean that games that aren't optimized won't play, but they might have some wonkiness to them, right? The resolution might be a bit off. It just isn't well optimized for the Steam Deck yet. But these games should all be optimized, and you can see the Steam Deck compatibility. That's what this icon means. So it means it's verified for it, right? So, and they've got a lot of these games on sale too. So Cult of the Lamb, what a banger. Great stuff. Octopath Traveler, Stardew, Dredge is like my dude. Dredge is an amazing game. I played this on release this year. I think this is a fantastic game, and it would probably be like my honorable mention this year right now. Red Dead 2, Hades, Witcher 3, Elden Ring, Vampire Survivors. There's all kinds of stuff. So take a look. Steam Deck is a gaming device. Yes. So Steam Deck. Here. There's your Steam Deck, buddy. It is a handheld. So think Switch, dude. It's like the Switch, but for PC gaming. Specifically, it's made for the Steam platform, right? It doesn't mean that you can't get other games. There are ways to make it play like Epic Games platform and other PC gaming stuff on there, like Game Pass and stuff like that. But it's specifically built around Steam's platform, right? But that's what it is. You see, it's basically PC gaming version of the Switch, but more modern hardware than the Switch is. The hardware in this is, I think, roughly 3 years old now, guys, something like that. Whereas the hardware in the Switch is like 8 years old now. So it's overall is supposed to be a pretty solid device. It's built very well. Valve's traditionally done very well with their hardware, but you can open it up as the consumer without voiding the warranty. It's got very easily replaceable parts. So like if a bumper button breaks or whatever, you can replace it very easily yourself, as well as the replaceable parts are easy to find, to purchase, and they're cheap because Valve doesn't make it to where they're the only maker of those parts. They've made it to where third parties can make those parts and everything too. Play AAA games? Absolutely. Yes, it can. Absolutely. You can see this right here, like where I was just at. And I can link this page or something to you so you can get a look. But it shows everything about the stats of it, stuff like that. There's docks for it, just like the Switch has. So you can connect controllers to it, play it on a screen or whatever if you don't want to play it as a handheld, just like the Switch does, right? Now, like I said, the dock is something you'll have to buy separately. It doesn't come with it like the Switch does. But see. So the like I was showing just a second ago, these are all verified games that have been optimized off of the Steam platform. They're verified, they're optimized for this device. Like you're talking about AAA games, The Witcher 3, dude, Elden Ring, it plays all those games. Yeah, basically, dude, yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2. Cyberpunk, you're talking like AAA games, absolutely, dude. No Man's Sky, God of War, 2018's God of War, dude. If you guys haven't played this game, I highly recommend. I played this game on release for PC, and what a banger, dude! This game is fantastic. Spider-Man, all kinds of stuff. Yo, I think it's just one of those things where Nintendo
Emotional damage.
Nintendo is just, it's like gaming's Disney, you know what I mean? It's that's what it is. So it's quite often looked at as more of a it doesn't have as much of the adult-centered kind of gaming verse, right? So you don't get as much of the mature rated content and stuff on the Switch that you will with maybe other consoles or platforms, right? So I think that's why people refer to it like that. But Horizon, all these games, Dead Space, remake, all of it, dude. Is that? Yeah, Dead Space remake. There's a ton, dude. There's a ton of them. Yeah, I know, I know, but for anybody that might have taken offense to that, it doesn't. I just wanted to be clear. It doesn't mean adults can't enjoy the Switch. I just wanted to make sure. I knew you were kind of joking around, Kayla. How you doing today, Kayla? Switch is a more wholesome console. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's just the Nintendo's just got this like niche. It's not that other consoles don't have wholesome content. It's just that Nintendo focuses more on the wholesome side of things. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call you a child just for playing the Switch. I would just call you a child in general, Cash. I'm all right, Kayla. I feel better now that I got that out. I just like trolling Cash out. He's just he loves it's because Zelda's Nintendo. That's what it is. So Cash has this just huge affinity for Nintendo and Zelda, and so it's easy to mess with Cash. Nah, Nintendo's the darkest side of gaming. What's up, Psych? I don't believe you. But yeah, I mean, if anybody was interested in this is what I mean. I had this conversation yesterday with one of our newer community members, talking about whether I thought the Steam Deck was a good idea, a good platform, and everything. And I do. I think it is. I mean, obviously, the ROG Ally is like the new competitor here to the Steam Deck, and apparently, the ROG Ally is built very well. It's actually just as user consumer friendly for repairs and things like that. It's built very well. It costs way more. It's like $900 to $1,000 depending on which model you buy. They've got two different models, but it's newer too. It's newer hardware. Um, and I think it just depends on what you want, what you're trying to get out of it, what you're looking to dive into. But I think for people that have had a tough time looking specifically, I think this is a good way for people to try to dive into PC gaming. I think that if people are a bit hesitant on diving into the PC side of gaming, because they're a bit troubled by what PC might bring to the table for them as far as any kind of issues or what could go wrong, or not having the time to dive into learning about PCs and things of that nature. I think that these are probably a nice entry point. The Steam Deck is a nice entry point, low cost, well developed, well built, and it gets you that ease of access, kind of what a lot of people look for from console, without a lot of the PC mess side of it. That you just get in there and you can just play PC games. And it might be a nice segue, I guess, into getting into another side of gaming that maybe some people have been wanting to experience for a while, but just we're a little bit more hesitant and afraid of a bit, maybe. Um, you guys are funny. Such a weenie. Yeah, yeah. Always sad, dude. Um, how you doing, Psych? What's up, dude? Uh, so I think it's a great device. I don't have one, but I don't. And this is another thing for. I think the other reason why people might look at like a mobile PC device is just if you're on the go a lot, right? But for people that are on the go a lot, you have to discern whether a laptop in the functionality it gives you for a gaming device as well as the utility it gives you as a PC is something you need, or if you're just looking for just a gaming device. If you're just looking for a gaming device on the go, I think you need to just be looking at like a handheld, whether it be the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck, whatever you want out of that. If you don't need the utility of a PC, laptops are still kind of a pain in the butt, man. If all you're looking to do is just game. But I mean, to each their own, you know what I mean? It just depends on what you want to get out of it. So I don't think I think these are amazing devices. I think it brings a whole new segment of, you know, getting gamers another platform, another way to dive into the PC sphere of gaming, and it just depends on what you want out of it, you know. Yeah, for sure, Peter. Yep, absolutely. And again, I mean, don't get me wrong, laptops have their place, that's for sure. I've got a gaming laptop. I had one, you know, I bought one back, man, about 5 years ago. I was working a lot, I was traveling a lot, and I needed one for work, but I needed one because I game a lot too. And it was useful for both of those roles, right? But if you don't necessarily need a PC, you know, then it might be a nice alternative rather than lugging around a PC all the time, you know, even if it is a laptop. It's a pretty nice little device, I think. If whether you're talking about the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally, either one. Yeah. So they've got, again, on the sell page here, if you just go to the main store page for the for Steam, then you get the Steam Deck sell. There will be a banner for it. You click on that, it'll bring you straight to this page. And you can look at the different models if you're interested. And then if you scroll down, it shows all the verified games and stuff for the Steam Deck and the sales they have going on because of the summer sale right now. There was New Vegas right there, man. Check it out. $3, dude, $2.50. Fallout New Vegas, let's go. All kinds of stuff, man. So check that out. There's just going to be a ton of sales right now, too, on Steam, man. It's just going to, yeah, I just recommend people. One of the things I'll do quite often is I'll look at all the games that are on sale, but I'll also pull up, whenever there are big sales like this, what I recommend people do is, like, pull up your wish list. Fallout on the go, I'm sold. Let's go, dude. Yeah, so pull up your wish list and just sort by discount. So if there are games that you've been wanting for a while, but you've been just kind of like on the fence because it's like, probably just wait for a sale or whatever, quite often you'll have them on your wish list. And big sales like this put a ton of games on sale. So pull up your wish list and sort by discount. And then you can see the games that you're really interested in buying that are on big discounts and stuff right now. You know what I mean? So that's another way to look at the sale to see what you might really, really be interested in, okay? Only up? Yeah, Caleb, we talked about it earlier today. Yep. Yeah, talked about it earlier today. Yeah, with Wick and everything. The one I'm really interested in is Baby Steps, which is from the creators of Getting Over It. So Only Up looks cool. I don't really have any plans to play it, but if you guys haven't seen Baby Steps, this is Baby Steps. This one's not out yet, though.
Nate!
Nate, buddy, family
This one's
meeting,
not out
let's
yet,
go.
but this is from the creators of Getting Over It, and this looks hilarious, and I'm gonna play this whenever it releases. Yeah, this looks so good, dude.
No, he's 35. I want him to have.
Only Up looks cool. It looks cool.
Nate, if you can hear my voice, I want you to come up here.
Nice try, Cash.
What the hell?
Jump puzzle. Yeah, it's like parkouring, right? I'm gonna rage so bad at this game. I know it. Look at the donkey. Watching him slide down, dude. Oh, this game's gonna be so malding, dude.
Oh, can you not?
It's just I didn't.
Yeah, let's go back in time to when you didn't.
No, I was just trying to catch
No,
it
I won't.
with my, sorry,
With
this
your
was
foot.
using my.
Yeah.
OA said
I saw
never.
it was starting to go, and I just tried to.
You just kicked. You thought I'll give it a good kick
No,
to counteract the fall.
Yeah, I was just trying to steady it. I might be over.
Yeah, you might. You might have.
I
Yeah,
over.
You might have. You might have oversteadied
Yeah,
it.
no, it was just a little oversteadied.
Well, it's
All
not
that would
steady
happen
now.
would
No,
Roach
no.
would just
See you
bug
later.
out anyways and throw me off, just like Breath of the Wild. He'd just bug out and throw me off anytime he saw an enemy. Throw me right off, you know? So it wouldn't even matter. Yeah, this game looks wild, dude. Here, I'll link it for you guys. Like the Crow music? Yeah, I know, dude. I know. Yeah. There's the link to it. But yeah, that's from the same developers of Getting Over It and everything. So yeah, Only Up looks cool. It looks cool. I don't have any plans to play right now, but maybe in the future or something. But there's a ton of sales going on Steam right now if you guys are interested. Highly recommend checking it out. Probably get some really good deals on some games right now, you know. Like I said, if you've, I said this there, Devil May Cry 5's on sale, so if you've been looking to play Final Fantasy 16 but you don't have a PS5, you can just play Devil May Cry. You get the same experience. Here, let's keep going. I'll link this for you guys if you want. Only Up's my style of game, though. I think it's more like our buddy Pinky's style of game, actually. Get 7 Steam games for $7 with this Fanatical bundle. It includes a selection of highly rated RPGs, platformers, survival horror games, and more. What does it have in here? So it's on sale for $7. Normally these games altogether would be $105. Hand of Doom, a satirical dark fantasy RPG. I'll pull up the site in just a second. Chronicles of Narnia. Quirky RPG set in a fantasy world. Sea Horizon is a roguelike. Deck building RPG with turn-based combat. A couple of 2D platformers also Ond. And Bots Are Stupid. Then there's Suffer the Night, a first-person survival horror game with campy 80s slasher vibes, stuck in a remote cabin filled with deadly traps. And lastly, there's Lord's Supper. Construction and life management sim set in the UK during the economic strife of the 1980s. Here, hold on real quick. Yeah, I thought so. Here. All right. There we go. So Fanatical's got a sale going on as well, but they've also got the which bundle was this? 7-game discovery bundle. So it's is that it? I think it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So they got a sale going on right now too. This is the bundle itself. So if you want this here, I'm actually terrible at parkour, so I would be so bad at Only Up. Our buddy Pinky would rock it though, I'm sure. Remnant 2 headlines 14 games joining GeForce Now in July. Dude, Remnant 2 looks good. Bro, Remnant 2 is hitting in July? What? I thought that wasn't coming out until later this year. Or even next year. The GeForce Now library is always expanding. July brings 14 more titles streaming from the cloud, including Remnant 2, Jagged Alliance 3, Xenonauts 2, and more. Full list of titles is right here. Legend of Heroes, Trails into Reverie, Jagged Alliance 3, Xenonauts 2, Viewfinder. This game looks really, really cool. This is like a puzzle game where you like take things you see and you put them into other areas and it like clips them in so you can get around and stuff. It looks really neat. Tectonica, Remnant 2, F1 Manager. Remnant 2 is hitting now? Like this coming like July? Wow, dude. Why was I thinking that was later? Interesting. Okay. Cool. The game looks good. I want to play Remnant 1 first, though. F1 Manager 2023, Ember, MotoGP 23, Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, Pro Cycling Manager 2023, Riders Republic, Starship Troopers Extermination. And then jump into gaming with what's new on GeForce Now this week. One Lonely Outpost, AEW Fight Forever, Darkest Dungeon and Darkest Dungeon 2, Derail Valley, Age of Empires Definitive Edition, I Am Fish, Golf Gang, and Contraband Police. In addition to the 20 games announced in June, 4 extra joined GeForce Now this month, including this week's additions of One Lonely Outpost and AEW Fight Forever, as well as Forever Skies. Forever Skies, dude, how has this been doing? This just released on like the 22nd, right? This is like basically Subnautica, but in the skies, dude. Very positive so far. 89% positive. Nice, dude. I want to play this. This is like Subnautica, but in the air, man. This game looks dope. Highly recommend taking a look at this. Looks like it's doing pretty well. Yeah, it came out on the 22nd of June. So it's been out a little over a week now. And looks like it's doing pretty well. If you know what Subnautica is, that's basically what this game looks like. Subnautica, but you're building a base that floats around in the sky because the planet's been like destroyed and like the oxygen levels down low are like just depleted and everything. I don't know, some kind of weird apocalyptic kind of first person post-apocalyptic survival game where you're like floating around creating this base up in the air and everything, and you have to stop and explore stuff, and it's really wild looking. Here, there's the link for it. Looks really neat. That's all the NVIDIA GeForce Now stuff that's hit. I'll link that for you as well. All right, Niantic lays off staff and shuts down games as it focuses on Pokemon Go. Around 230 staffers are being laid off. That's kind of wild because they just announced that Niantic is in collaboration with Capcom for this new augmented reality game like Pokemon Go coming out, but it's based around the Monster Hunter genre, right? Or Monster Hunter IP. So Niantic is making some major organizational changes, including layoffs, game shutdowns, and closures of its LA studio. According to an email from Niantic CEO John, is that Hanky or Hank? I think it's Hanky. Shared on the company's website, the changes are designed to narrow the company's focus, especially on developing and maintaining its cash cow, Pokemon Go. With Pokemon Go nearing its 7th birthday and still incredibly relevant, according to Sensor Tower data shared in June of last year, the game had earned about $1 billion in revenue per year. But it's shut down later attempts to recapture lightning in a bottle, including games based on Harry Potter, Catan, and 4 other titles as part of its layoffs last year. Other companies haven't had much success with the genre either. Microsoft shut down Minecraft Earth, and CD Projekt Red is officially shuttering its AR game in the Witcher series on June 30th. Alongside this round of layoffs, which will affect about 230 employees, Niantic will be sunsetting its NBA game, NBA All World, and will stop production on its Marvel game, Marvel World of Heroes. Despite the many game shutdowns, Niantic remains long-term believers in augmented reality as the future form factor for computing. The company is also keeping an eye on mixed reality devices like the MetaQuest Pro and Apple Vision Pro. $3,000 for that, by the way, which he says are an intermediate stepping stone to true outdoor AR devices. Moving forward, Niantic's top priority is to keep Pokemon Go healthy and growing as a forever game, according to Hankey. Company still will develop and support games like Pikmin Bloom, Peridot, and Monster Hunter Now. That's what I was just talking about. It's continuing to invest in its AR platforms for developers. That's a lot of layoffs, dude. I wonder what percentage of their staff that is. It's quite a few people. Feels bad. Wishing the individuals that got laid off the best in finding something quick, man. You know what I mean? And maybe something better. If, hopefully. You always want better for people, right? So that's a lot of people getting laid off, and hopefully all these individuals will find another venture, more fulfilling and better employment moving forward. Not that I'm saying I'm not saying Niantic is a bad place or anything. I don't know that, but just wishing these people something better moving forward. Pokemon Go is people love it, dude. Yeah. People love it, dude. Here you go, guys. Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to PC early to avoid games like Starfield and Cyberpunk's DLC. But the PS5 version is going to have to be delayed, apparently. It was dangerous, yeah. Yeah, like people weren't distracted enough with phones, right? Larian Studios is shifting its upcoming RPG Baldur's Gate 3 release around a bit, and that means good and bad news depending on if you were planning on playing the game on PC or PS5. The RPG, a follow-up to BioWare's Dungeons & Dragons inspired series of the late 90s and early 2000s, was originally set to leave early access and become a real video game on August 31st. Now, that is very close to Starfield. What's Starfield? September 6th? Now, however, the PlayStation 5 version has been pushed back a week to September 6th. Trade-off is PC version is launching almost a full month early on August 3rd. Wait, they're launching this on PS5? Oh. But you know why that doesn't matter? Because PS5 isn't getting Starfield, right? So that's actually kind of probably a good play for them. They're smart, yo. In an interview with Kotaku, Larian founder Sven Vink said that the decision to move the PC version up by several weeks was because early August seemed a better time to put the game out to PC players, rather than holding it until the console version is also ready. When looking at the stacked 2023 release calendar, Vink said pushing it forward to August 3rd made sense because it wouldn't be brushing up against other September RPGs like the upcoming sci-fi open world RPG Starfield and the Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty expansion. Yeah. As for the console versions, Vink explained that Larian's priority is to reach a stable 60 FPS frame rate, which is why the PS5 version will launch a month later. And also why the Xbox version is still in the works. It looks like they're approaching that. They just need a little more time is what they're saying. When Baldur's Gate 3 was originally announced for PS5, it was notably not confirmed for Xbox Series X or S, which prompted Larian to release a statement as to why. It turns out the studio didn't have any kind of exclusivity deal. It was just having trouble getting the game's split-screen co-op to work on the less powerful Xbox Series S. As of right now, Xbox version still doesn't have a release date, but Vink told Kotaku the porting process is still ongoing. It's just a matter of time. It requires work. It's development, and sometimes you have to have some setbacks. Sometimes you go forward. Our preference would have been to same ship everything, but yeah, it's in certain cases you just have to say, like, this is going to take a little bit more work than we wanted to. You know what, man? I would love to see developers take this approach to game releases more often. This is the way it should be. If the game is not ready on every platform, don't release it on every platform yet. Elden Ring and Hogwarts Legacy and all these other flipping games that just get released all at the same time because the developer and publisher just don't give a crap. You know, that feels terrible, dude. And I am so happy to see Larian taking an approach to this like they don't have to do that. They're like, yo, it's ready for PC, we'll push it on PC. When it's ready for PS5, we'll push it on PS5. When it's ready on Xbox, we'll push it on Xbox, right? That's the way this should be approached. If they're all ready at the same time, great, push them at the same time. But when you see these developers and publishers push these games at the same time, and it's so blatantly obvious that one or more of the platforms wasn't ready, it wasn't developed and optimized for those platforms on release, it makes us all go, why did you release it on those platforms? Why didn't you just release it on the platform it was ready for and just wait on the other ones? Because that feels so gross. So Larian, thank you. They just moved a step up in my book, man, for having this mindset, dude. I love this. As for how Microsoft feels about not getting the game on its system at the same time as its competitor, Vink said the Xbox manufacturer has been great and supported the studio. So that's actually a pretty good play by them, honestly, too. So there are a few games that come out each year. We've talked about this before. There are a few games that come out each year, right, that publishers and developers will avoid like the plague almost. Last year, it would have been things like Elden Ring, right? Developers and publishers wanted to avoid that release at the greatest extent possible. Within like a week or two even before the release of Elden Ring, and a week to 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks after that release, games didn't want to really release within that time frame. You'll see it with a lot of big games like that, right? And Starfield's got that too. Starfield's got that hype. I mean, the fact of the matter is we always want games to be great. It doesn't always pan out that way. So if Starfield ended up not being fantastic, then, you know, we might see some games push out a little bit earlier than usual or whatever. But you see games do this. They don't want to release around that time because if these games end up being very good, that's what most people are going to play, right? So this is actually a really smart play by them too. So Starfield, you know, coming out on the 6th of, I think it's 6th of September as well. And what they said was like, okay, so since Starfield's going to be on PC and so is Baldur's Gate 3, let's move our game up like a month ahead of time. That way people have plenty of time to play Baldur's Gate 3 and invest in our game before Starfield hits. And what we'll do is we'll release our PS5 version the same day because PS5 players aren't going to have Starfield to play. So what they can do is buy our game instead at that time, right? That's a really smart play by them, man. Oh, Ferret, what's up? Oh, really? Dude, nice. Dude, nice. Remember the 6th of September. God. Oh, geez, dude. Well, hey, man, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. If the game's good, people will remember. If the game's bad, people will really, really remember the 6th of September, dude. You know what I mean? It's usually the way that goes. I don't think you have anything to worry about. It'll be remembered. It'll just be the gravity of what's remembered. You know what I mean? Yo, Ferret, that's really cool, man. Thanks, dude. Oh, see the memes channel? What's going on, dude? Yo, that's pretty good, dude. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. Fantastic. Good stuff, dude. Great. How funny was that ferret video, dude? Where it looked like they like wrung out the ferret. The first time I watched it, I was like, ah! And then I realized what happened. I was like, oh my God, dude. Yo, that's a pretty good meme, Doug. I like that. So, yo, Larian, that's a really smart move by Larian as far as I'm concerned. As long as the game's actually ready for PC already, you know, and they don't have too many issues on release, that's a really smart move. Yeah, it did freak me out, dog. Yo, Best Buy releases buy 2 get 1 free Nintendo Switch game sale right now. So, there's a fairly major catch. The deal is locked behind a My Best Buy Plus total subscription, which runs at $50. Gross. You can do that, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have. I can edit it. Yeah. I can edit it. I probably should have done that. I tend to just think, you know, it's going to be obvious to people after they watch it, but I probably shouldn't take that for granted. You're essentially about to save $60 to $70 on a free Nintendo Switch game. If you're not already a member, you can sign up and still save $10 to $20 depending on the games you pick. In other words, everyone can get in on the deal and save money, but only some are set to save a massive amount of cash with the sale. As for the sale itself, which can be found at this link, it features not only the latest Nintendo Switch releases, but pre-orders for upcoming Switch games. In other words, there's everything between Advance Wars 1 and 2, Reboot Camp, and Pokemon Super Mario Brothers Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and Pikmin 4. Sonic Superstars, Tunic. There's Tunic. Cash loved Tunic. They probably got a whole list, dude. What I would do is, if I was you guys, if you're actually interested in trying to get a deal here. Now, again, look, the big catch here is that you got to have a My Best Buy Plus total subscription. So if you don't already have that, you're going to pay $50 up front for that, which you'll still save a little bit of money. And moving forward, if they have another sale and you end up getting into that, you'll save more money, you know, but that's the catch, right? But here's a link. You'll be able to see all the games that are on sale there, okay? My allergies are jacked today, dude. 4 of Steam's best games are free to download this month. While PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass certainly have plenty to offer, anyone with a PC can dive into a multitude of different subscription services and platforms that offer free games so frequently that anyone would suspect they're trying to trick us with cursed titles. No curses yet, though, just lots and lots of free games. Starting from July. All allergic to bad games? Yeah, agreed, dude. Starting from July, you can actually get a hold of 4 of the very best games Steam has to offer, although somewhat paradoxically, they're not free on Steam. What? It's a great variety, too, with titles that range from more relaxing, crafting-focused affairs to hits. See, this is clickbait stuff, dude. See what they did? 4 of Steam's best games are free to download this month, but they're not free on Steam. It's Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming. So the 4 free games available as free downloads will be starting on July 6th. Yeah, dude, they keep doing this with this crap. Now, I mean, to be fair, if you have Amazon Prime and you have Prime Gaming, then this is still applicable, right? But, you know, I hate when they do this. Why not just say 4 great games available in July on Prime Game? That's exactly what they're doing. They're clickbaiting, right? Feels bad, dude. But for Prime Gaming, if you have Prime Gaming, starting July 6th, you can get Cook Serve Delicious 3. Witchwood, which has some apparent Stardew Valley vibes. Sigh, bro. God dang, bro. Hold on. There's got to be something good for that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There it is, dude. That'll work. What else? be able to check out Neri Tower of Shirin. Family-friendly adventure set in a Ghibli-inspired world. And then there's Lunar Axe, a gothic adventure game with stunning hand-drawn visuals. All 4 games will be available for Prime members to download between July 6th and July 27th. Keep checking back to make sure you don't miss out. All right. So if you got Prime Gaming, these are the games you can grab. Again, what I'll say is, not hard to do there, I don't think. Yeah, I was going to say. So, if you're not familiar, there's Amazon Prime Gaming desktop app, and then they've just got the site as well, right? Use either one. Log in there to your Prime account and get your free Prime. They've got free games each month, and then they've also got in-game content each month they give away for a whole slew of games. They collaborate with a lot of publishers and developers, and you can get in-game premium currencies, cosmetics, all kinds of stuff like that, along with all these free games and stuff. So there you go. Last article I have for the day. There it is, dude. Yeah, okay, fair. All right. I mean, play stupid games, you know what I mean? Play stupid games, dude. Oh, I love it. You got Pixel Bob, dude. Nice. On the alert, got Pixel Bob. So this is the last article I have. If anybody has anything to add, let me know, and we'll address it before we move on to some gaming today, okay? Behold, the world's first gaming controller made out of jade. Microsoft commissioned the Jade controller, and it actually works. In an effort to promote the release of Wolong Fallen Dynasty for Xbox Game Pass, which this game is terrible, by the way, I know for sure on PC. Made out of jade, dude, yes. That was my thought. Jade? You made it out of jade? Yeah, like the stone, dude. Like, yeah. Microsoft partnered with a craftsman to create a working Xbox controller made out of the mineral jade. In a new mini documentary video from Microsoft, we get a closer look at designer Andy Chi's process, which involves sourcing the jade, cutting it with CNC machinery, and also using hand polishing techniques dating back hundreds of years. In the video, Chi also discusses how working with jade isn't such a simple thing, how he had to restart multiple times after finding cracks. Be clear, this is a real controller that actually works, not something like the Xbox console made of sugar. Check out the video below to see how it all came together. There's only one, dog.
In ancient China, a
There's only one
soldier
of these.
fights for survival in the 3 kingdoms. Armed with the magical power of jade, he sets upon a journey of discovery and adventure. Today we set out on a new journey to bring the power of jade into modern times.
I would
We will
want,
explore new horizons and push the boundaries of what's possible and discover something.
I'd want
unlike
one made
the
out of
world has
turquoise,
ever
dude. That's what I
seen.
would want.
玉石是几千年留下来的文化，
Prefer ruby.
它随着颜色的变化，那你的心情也在发生不同的变化。所以呢，它是
I'm a fan of
非常特
turquoise. I
殊的
like
一种产品。
turquoise.
My name is Andy Chi. I live in White Rock, BC, Canada. I am a jade maker.
Bro, you be
我是在
throwing, you
中国的
be like
北
crushing
方出
everything
生
with it.
的。你看，从小的
Make
时候
one out of Sony's
小的时候
tears
我
there.
一直
That's what I'm
在
talking
就是
about.
做
There
一
you
些
go.
手工类的
Yeah.
产品。那我现在呢，从事这个，其实真正意义上来讲，是你一个人长期的坚持得到的结果。这次非常荣幸的能够和 Xbox 公司有一个项目合作，但是我们在挑选玉石的时候，需要仔细的查看它内部的组织以及它颜色，还有它的质地，是不是能满足我们项目的要求。比如说，我们随手拿起一块游戏手柄上面这个玉石的产品，在前期设计之前， 我也考虑过，如果把它覆盖到上面的话，有可能会阻碍游戏玩家的玩游戏的这种手感。
Slept in a little, got a massage, stopping at
以及它的灵
mom's,
活
hope she
程度。
feeds me.
就是在
Dude,
推
I want
这些
food
方向的
too.
时候，
I think I've got a little bit of lasagna left over. I'll probably eat that for
不能
breakfast.
与这个浴室发生接触，它可以跟塑料发生接触。这样的长时间的游
Who
玩
are you
的时候
talking
在玩
to?
游戏的时候，以至于不会损坏浴室。I made 2 mistakes in this project. I have bad news. I cut B and C pieces. I found a lot of cracks. I used almost 1 week to cut 2 pieces. So this is my challenge. From my mistake, I started many times. I think the game a little bit like real life. You need to challenge something. You need to conquer the difficulties.
Yeah, so from what I read, there's only one of these controllers. They made one of these controllers, and they haven't said what they're going to do with it.
Oh, I'm so happy. This
Oh,
is
what's
the
up, Fat
first
Pat?
Real jaded controller in the
Yeah,
world.
dude. Make one out of, like, onyx, dude.
I'm proud.
Just like a blacked out controller.
而我
You know what I
如果
mean?
能作为一个玉石的工作者，能做出一个很精美的玉石产品，让人们能长期永久的保存下来，我想，就是没有比这个更值得骄傲的。
Yeah. There you go, Vault, yeah. Paint one with Vanta Black? Can you even do that anymore? Doesn't somebody own that color or something? Like, whatever happened with that? That's pretty crazy, dude. That Vanta Black's crazy, dude. Oh, yeah, that's for sure, Ferret. Yeah, no doubt. I think the game is a little bit like a real life. You need to challenge something. You need to conquer the difficulties, she said. According to Chi, this is the first real Jade controller in the world. The controller is not for sale. Microsoft didn't say if it plans to give it away as part of a promotion. As for a controller you can buy, Microsoft recently launched a controller made of recycled plastics to help save the planet. Yo, that's dope, dude. That's really cool. I see something. No. That's actually sick, dude. I like that. That's cool. We'll look at that real quick. Fallen Dynasty released in March. New DLC, Battle of Zhangwan releases today. I probably butchered that, sorry, on June 29th. This game was total balls on PC, by the way. I don't know if it was any better on console, but, you know. If you guys need more out of that. Well, think about how many times he messed up the Jade too. Like how much did that cost? You know, on top. The new Xbox controller is made of recovered plastics, like old CDs and plastic jugs, dude. Microsoft ground up old Xbox controller parts and combined them with plastic jugs and old CDs to make this new controller. Microsoft has announced a new Xbox controller design. This one is unlike anything the company has created before. Ahead of Earth Day later this month, Microsoft revealed an Xbox controller made of recovered plastics called the Remix Special Edition controller. Controller is made of Xbox One first generation controller parts that have been ground up into raw material, then used in part to create a new controller. Also mixed in are post-consumer recycled resins. This was April 4th, dude. I didn't even see this. That's crazy. What's a CD? Yeah, dude. Yeah. You know what's funny? I actually saw a meme the other day that was there was a meme and it had it showed somebody wearing a pair of those Jinkos from back in the 90s that had all the CD slots on them. You guys remember that? It was like a big pair of like CD pants, like a CD holder pants. Yeah. It was awesome. These include reclaimed materials from car headlight covers, plastic water jugs and CDs, the controller sports earth tones for its color scheme, inspired in part by the green lichen found in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S., where Microsoft has its headquarters. The Remix Special Edition controller comes with a rechargeable battery pack, so people don't need to cycle through disposable batteries. Costs $85. It costs more to buy recycled products. God dang, dude. Oh, it was a troll. There, Poison Ivy. Yeah, Ferret was trolling out. Just saying, what's a CD? It was a joke. It was a joke, dude. It was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah. All right. There's that. Yeah. All right. That's the jam, dude. That's the news. That's the news, man. You guys rock. Long news segment. There's a lot to cover though. It's good stuff. Again, go check out the Steam sale, man. See what's up. And look, man, if you've been on the fence about buying a Steam Deck, it might be the time. I don't think we'll get another iteration of the Steam Deck for another year or two, probably a couple years. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of my notion there. So I don't think they're going to be different. The next version of Steam Deck probably won't be here for a little while. So if you're really interested in a Steam Deck, it's a good time to buy right now. 10% off the lowest model, 15% off the second tier model, and the 20% off the highest tier model. I don't think that's a bad buy there. And there are a lot of how-tos out there on if you want to upgrade the drives in them and stuff like that. So you might look into that too before you purchase, because there's solid state drives have gotten really cheap. There's specific solid state drives that are used and are good for these devices. And you can actually, here, let me see there. There we go. You can potentially buy that lowest model at a 10% discount and then just upgrade the solid state drive in it yourself, which is fairly easy. So that might be something to look into. Okay, guys. I guess we'll move on to playing some Grounded for the rest of the day. Happy Friday. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being part of the news segment this morning. If anybody is checking out this content for the first time, being here and part of the channel and everything, or maybe later on is seeing this content as a VOD, we've got all of our previous video gaming news segments, as well as clips from the news segments, playthroughs of games that we've done that are separated into episodes, as well as just funny clips and highlights of things that have happened here in the channel whenever we're live. All that stuff is on both the YouTube channel and our Twitch channel here in playlists. And check out that content. If you're enjoying that stuff, then come hang out with myself, the rest of the people that are part of this community, the amazing people that are part of this community, help make this such a special place for all of us to be every single day. And we'd love to have more people come be a part of what we do. So other than that, man, happy Friday. Keep grinding, man. That weekend's almost here. And other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another. And we'll be back with more video gaming news tomorrow. Cool?